Now, we will study about the advantages of activity centered curriculum. As I told you that the main focus of activity centered curriculum is activity, and it goes around every time about the psychological need of children. And no doubt there are a lot of advantages of this model because it provides plenty of opportunity to the students to grow up and to do the work with own efforts. Therefore, the students able to develop critical thinking and having confidence and other kind of values that we expect from the kids or the learners from the secondary schools and the higher education institutions also. So, an activity centered curriculum fosters the child's understanding of the real relevance of learning materials by encouraging children to become explorer of real world problems and scenarios. What are the problems existing around us? We can take any problem as a project and we can stimulate and we can encourage, we can motivate the students to solve this problem as a teacher. And the teacher act as a guide and as a supervisor, as a mentor and a kind of torch bearer that shows the path to the learner, and learner starts going on this path by making several efforts. So, encourage children to express themselves in various ways. Activity centered learning encourages children to be creative on how they can express their knowledge, and this type of learning allows students to convey what they learn through action and verbal presentation. So, this kind of learning provides lot of opportunities, as I told you, to the students to express himself and to present the problem in many ways. What kind of obstacles come in the path, they may express to the teacher. What kind of experiences that they received, he can present to the students, to the colleagues or the friends and to the teacher also. So, encourage children to express themselves in various ways. This provides an opportunity to provide various ways to express the children in the classroom. Supports social development. Although activity centered learning encourages children to take responsibility for their own learning experience, group based activity also helps students develop team and social skills, and these skills will later prove to be crucial to their job and social life. Because the students are doing work, learner, students or child, I am using these three words for the learner, students and child, for all the uh, students, those who are in the classroom, they are interacting with each other, they are trying to understand the cooperative learning and they are trying to solve the problem with the help of each other. Therefore, there is development of social values also and social skills also, that how can we solve the problem of any academic problem by discussing each other. So, this kind of activity centered curriculum also provides a kind of support for the social development of the children also, social development of the learners also. So, these skills will later prove to be crucial to their job and social life, because in later stages, after passing through this all, he has to adjust in the society. So, when he is going there, he will be able to solve the social problem also, because the social skills are very essential to develop, because in society they have to adjust there, they have to solve the problems of society also, and a lot of interaction are there with the societal members also, and society also expects from us that our students will help after getting the degree. So, developing social skills through activity centered curriculum, it is also the advantageous point for this kind of model. So, activity centered curriculum also enforces social skills among the learners. It focuses on the relevance of education material. Children cannot understand the appropriateness of learning materials when they put a pen on paper. So, for example, you have provided one book to one student, and now you are saying as a teacher that try to explain this or try to justify the reason of this phenomena. Student will go through the book and he starts knowing everything, but unable to write it, unable to write the reason of this particular phenomena. Why? Because the textbooks only explains the important point that may be having subjective message and they may have a certain kind of ambiguity in their content. So, it is very essential that the content that a child is written on the paper with the help of pen, it may be a kind of rote learning. But passing through the activities, he is involved in the process, he is having everything in touch and he is having everything in direct contact, so he can explain what is the reason of that particular phenomena. So, the activity presents the real situation to all the students in comparison to the textbooks. Textbook only present the content, it does not reflect what kind of reason of that particular phenomena and why we are having this kind of mishappening in the social circle, etc. So, activity centered curriculum is a kind of curriculum that help the learners to know each and every step of real situation. Disadvantages of activity centered curriculum, lot of advantages are there, but there are certain disadvantages also that it makes ineffective. Say for example, since the curriculum insists on the activity, it requires more time to master the subjects. No doubt, when you are going to explain any phenomena with the help of the activity, it will take time and it will takes your efforts also. So, ultimately this is a time taking process in activity centered curriculum that provide a kind of obstacle in the path also, that the students can't do it in hurriedly and can't understand the reasons very quickly. But step by step when he is going through these all, ultimately it is time taking process. So, activity centered curriculum is no doubt fruitful in terms of holistic development of the students, but in case of academic session and where the schools are going on and we have to complete the session at the end till March. So, that is very difficult how to complete this content and how can we cover the whole syllabus within short duration of time, performing lot of activities for each kind of topic. The activity centered curriculum will take longer to learn, very longer to learn, because step by step when we are going through this, so it makes a long process, and learning each step and passing through each step, what will be the next step, what will be the next step, that is to learn is very difficult. Therefore, the activity centered curriculum is time taking and as well as it is very difficult by the child to learn the steps in longer way or to retain these all steps in the mind for longer time. So sometime it happens that he has to revise what will happen, what I had to do. So the revision of the steps is also essential, and longer term there may be lapse of the learning. So this kind of curriculum is advantageous in the sense that it takes time to learn, but long duration the learning may lapse. It requires competent teachers. No doubt, when activity centered curriculum is operated in the field, skilled teachers are required. Those really know to make an experiment with experimental skills, and those know that how can explain this experiment to the students so that they will be able to understand that what kind of reactions are there and what kind of uh, steps are there. So, if there is any kind of difficulty students are facing, then immediately he will solve this, and it is possible only and only when the teacher is equipped with the teaching skills. Only a small portion of the lesson can be covered during a class time period because it needs activity every time. So, only a portion of content is covered, and we can't cover, we can't cover all the syllabus in time because the speed of covering the content of the syllabus is very slow. Why? Because it requires activity every time for every explanation of the content. So, coverage of the syllabus is with slow speed. It requires special facilities like big hall equipment. It is impossible to avail at all the schools, no doubt, because activity requires devices, tools, equipments, sometime a big hall, sometime we need field, sometime we need visit. So how possible? Not possible, because a teacher has to complete the syllabus within one academic session, and giving treatment in such a way to each and every content by the activity is really difficult for a teacher. So, the next is the activity centered curriculum design is structured around the following concepts. Number one, experimentation, that is learning from experience. When a student is doing experiment in the lab, student is doing experiment in the field, student is doing experiment in somewhere in non-formal setting, lot of experiences are there. And how to collect these experiences and how to utilize these experiences for other kind of learning, that is also to be guided by the teacher. So, experimentation is the main focus in activity centered curriculum. Exploration, the collection of knowledge and acquisition of skills through active surveys. That is, the knowledge and acquisition of skills, that we do it with the help of different kind of surveys, and we acquire, the students acquire these all knowledge with the help of collecting data by contacting society members and other kind of experimental and exploration phenomena, through which he would be able to know the real ground of that particular problem. Expression, motivating children to express their opinions through visual presentation, that what I have done to solve this problem, what was my experience, and in what way I have performed this all experiment, in what way I have moved forward. So, these all are the questions that a child could be able to give the answers to solve this particular problem. So, the activity centered curriculum is structured around the following these concepts. One is experimentation, another is exploration, another is expression. Experimentation means do something and received something in the form of learning experiences. Exploration means the collection of knowledge, acquisition of skills through active surveys. Expression means that motivate children to express the views related to that particular problem and to add something as a new idea, to start the experiment with creativity, and to solve the students passing through step by step, adding something that may be from the side of the kids, from the side of the students. So, these all three, experimentation, exploration and expression, these three E's make the activity centered curriculum more effective, and we go around these three E's in order to achieve the objectives of activity centered curriculum. Now see, relevance of activity centered curriculum in school and higher education institutions. This is also very important to know how far the activity centered curriculum is relevant to us. Say for example, the relevance of activity based learning may be discussed as follows: help students retain information. Because the student is passing through different information, passing through different activities, so they have different kinds of information, and it retains in the brain of the students. He may use such type of information to solve the other problems also. So, activity centered curriculum encourages the children to participate physically and mentally in the process of learning and allows students to learn and remember information. So, this kind of activity centered curriculum is good in the sense that it allows students to participate, engagement and continuously engagement develop physically and mentally and socially also. So, all the sense organs become trained how to solve the problem, and mentally he is able to solve this problems, and continuously he is participating just to know what kind of information are there that makes the problem more comfortable, more convenient. So, participate physically and mentally in the process of learning and allows students to learn and remember information. The method of learning through personal experiences allows children to remember and understand learning material, because the students are learning through direct experiences and in real situation. So, this kind of personal experiences helps the learners to retain the concept of for longer time. So, remember and understand learning material. Activity centered learning encourages independence and curiosity among children. This is the relevance of this activity centered curriculum is that there is interest in individual investigation and analysis, and this methodology to some extent provokes the child to be inquisitive, think critically, learn from his or her own experiences by problem solving method, and it makes the children to work individually or in a small groups. So, this self learning process helps develop a mentality for the acquisition of knowledge outside and inside the academic environment. So, its relevance of activity centered curriculum can't be ignored because it is helpful to develop students physically, mentally and socially. When the students interact with each other and they interact with the members of the society, definitely there are certain unique kind of experiences that they are receiving. These experiences make them more independent and self-reliant and helps to solve the problems that usually comes in the path of the students. So, this kind of activity centered curriculum encourages independence and curiosity among children to know more about the particular problem, and this helps to make the students more valuable asset of the educational institutions. Therefore, relevance of activity centered curriculum is self-explanatory that it is helpful to develop students' holistic personality and to help the students in support of their all kind of problem solving skills and other kind of values, that is cooperative learning and teamwork and critical thinking and other kind of values that is essential, how to cooperate others, how to deal that particular problem, what are the essentials of that particular problem and what kind of other uh, critical thinking that may be applied to these and to such kind of uh, research problem and such kind of this social situation, rather say social situation. So, this activity centered learning encourages independence and curiosity among children. Definitely it is helpful and its relevance in the higher education institution and in schools is really self-explanatory, and it justifies that for the all-round development of the child, all-round development of the students in the higher education institutions and the school, it is having important place in academic session or in the curriculum. How to introduce an activity centered curriculum in the class? This is the role of teacher. What is the way how to operate activity centered curriculum in the class? Use real objects. That means that the objects, devices and tools that you are using, that should not be in a kind of hypothesis. No, it not in the form of hypothesis, but it should be in a real situation. Say for example, using real objects will enhance the better understanding of the learners as compared to experiencing something virtual or imaginary. Say for example, you are teaching the topic of electricity and you are saying to the students, uh, a teacher is saying to the students that there is flow of current. When there is flow of current, you will have to show it to the students in the classroom that the flow of current is in this direction. Not by saying flow of current, no. The actions by the body or some kind of imagination, some kind of virtual images by verbal mode, verbal instructions, not suitable for this kind of curriculum model. It requires objects in real form. So, what is needed here? What are the requirement of this activity centered curriculum? The requirement is use real objects. So, using real objects will enhance the better understanding of the learners as compared to experiencing something virtual or imaginary. For example, the topic will be basic mathematics addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are the topics of any mathematics syllabus. Then the teacher may ask them to carry fruits to class so that they can use them in performing basic math calculations by buying and selling fruits. So, it is a very good example through which you can understand how can we use the real object in the activity centered curriculum. Say for example, a teacher is teaching in the classroom and wants the objective of this particular chapter is to learn the addition, to learn the subtraction. So, he instructs the students to bring the fruits. There will be a number of fruits, and by showing that 5 fruits are there, 2 fruits are there, adding these two, how many are there? A child will count all the fruits and he will say that 5 adding 2 is equal to 7. So, this is the way that we try to understand this kind of curriculum. So, the real object should be here, not by verbal mode that there are 5 fruits, we added 2, how many are there? The students are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, only showing by picture, only by showing through any kind of virtual image and by showing any kind of this paper teaching aid or a kind of hearing aids, not possible. The real sense, in true sense, there should be real objects. Say for example, I am giving you this example, if a teacher wants to learn and wants to give the kind of learning that is related to addition or subtraction, then he has to present one real object in the classroom. It may be fruit, it may be other kind of balls, it may be other kind of other objects also, but it should be in real form. This can be of extreme benefit for teaching science and mathematics particularly. Moreover, project work periodically increases the subject knowledge and breaks the monotony and increases curiosity to learn further with clarity. Say for example, if you are showing any object in the classroom, what will be the influence of this showing that particular object? Ultimately, there will be a lot of curiosity in the mind of the students, that how possible to do, how possible to count the things, how possible to subtract the things, and what kind of experiment, say for example, if experiment is going there, what kind of experiment a teacher is showing, what kind of experiment I am doing, what will be the result of this experiment, what I will find after mixing two chemicals, what will happen when I put the charge and I charged any object, and so many examples are there. When it is presented in real situation, there is a lot of curiosity among the students, and this curiosity develops a lot of questions in the brain, and teacher tries to give the answer of these all questions. Okay. So, the activity centered curriculum is really a kind of curriculum that needs efforts on the part of the teacher, because imagination, hypothesizing and then a kind of virtual imaginary thoughts, these are not applicable here. The real object should be here, just to know the real situation, so that students can understand that what is going on in the experimentation and what kind of suggestions are needed on the part of the learner, and what kind of exploration or the reasons, justification is needed here. After observing by sense organs, it is easy for a learner to explain the phenomena and to justify the phenomena that occurs in that particular situation. Include thematic learning. To make learning exciting and not visiting the same walls daily, teachers may create their own thematic classroom space to bring excitement and make the environment conducive for that period. So, themes change every other alternative or within a week or two. So, thematic learning means present a theme here that today we will study about the health issues. So, create the same environment that appeals the students to learn about the health. So, this is the way to create activity centered curriculum. Not just putting the object on the table, not just putting the experimentation and just to mix these two mixture and find what is going on. No. The creativity on the part of teacher is very essential. And a teacher should know that how possible to perform that particular kind of theme to the classroom in order to make the learning more meaningful. So, activity centered curriculum demands lot of creativity on the part of teacher, lot of efforts on the part of teacher, and lot of creative kind of environment, and that can be created, that can be uh, kind of classroom that can be as per the need of the topic that the teacher is going on. So, classroom environment or the conducive classroom environment and the management skills, these all are required here, that how can we deliver the activity centered curriculum in such a way that the students' holistic personality can be developed and they can understand what is really needed for that particular situation. So, this is about the thematic learning. The next is use video based lessons. Incorporating video lessons can really bring wonders because we humans learn more through visuals than by hearing something. When you are hearing something, sometime it will happen that there will missing, the messages will missing because your brain goes somewhere else and attention diverted. So, the hearing aids may divert the attention of a teacher, may divert the attention of a students, and they may go somewhere when they are hearing anything. But the videos always keep in binding the attention of the students, and there are lot of pictures, there are lot of sceneries, so their attention never diversified, they remain focused on that particular point. So, binding them on a particular focus, it is very essential that use video based lessons. Incorporating video lessons can really bring wonders because we humans learn more through visuals than by hearing something. We see, we receive, and we act, and we find something like a learning experiences. But when we hear, our span of concentration may be disturbed and mind goes somewhere else. So, there is no connection between the learned or the messages given by the audio, it may be sometime lacking. It could easily capture the attention of the learners. To capture or to draw the attention of the learner, the videos are very essential. The video lessons could either be a documentary, it may be a movie. In documentary, sense organs are involved. In a movie or a lesson, sense organs are involved. Any form of video would surely earn the interest of the students. So, video create lot of interest to learn something by the students. and instead of traditional in-class teaching, opt for video classes for better outcomes in learning. Even in case of subject-centered curriculum, if videos are presented along with the lectures, so the lecture can be effective. So videos has its own effects in comparison to other kind of lectures and other kind of these all verbal or oral instructions. So video based lessons gives a special kind of impact on the brain of the students because the sense organs are involved here and they keep the attention and they keep a kind of staying on a point what they are observing. So their attention can be diverted towards a particular problem, and by hearing aids they may go somewhere else and the brain may act that it is not hearing and he is somewhere else and the teacher can't identify that what the student is doing. So videos having more effect in the brain of the students in comparison to the hearing aids. So a teacher should try that when the activity centered curriculum is being operated in the classroom, so the pictures should be given with the voice also. So documentary, videos, movies, they all have good effect in the brain of the students, and that's why we try to use video based lessons in activity centered curriculum. Conduct interactive session. This is also a part of activity centered curriculum. To get them interactive, encourage the students to be highly interactive in class. Teachers can make the students believe that the teacher loves to hear doubts of any kind, be they silly or not. That is a very good motivating factor for a student to listen to the lesson. If the students are not going interactive during the class, then also one can resort to a question and answer session and get everybody talking. So conduct interactive session that if there is any experimentation and there is any kind of activity, the discussion should also be here. So activity should also be followed by discussion because the reasons, justifications, explanation, these can also be explored with the help of interactive sessions. So that is a very good motivating factor for a student to listen to the lessons. If the students are not going interactive during the session, he may lack any kind of answer, any kind of justification. So one can resort to a question and answer session and get everybody talking, and they start talking if they are unable to understand. And in this kind of sessions, when the students are engaging and they are trying to reply, they are trying to respond the questions, that at least provide an opportunity to the students express yourself. So this kind of interactive sessions are very valuable for the students in the sense that it also helps to develop the communicative skills, how to interact with the others, how to accept the question, how to reply, and how to modify the question after hearing from other friends, other classmates. So these kind of interactive session makes the students' personality more bright and develops the kind of various skills, that is communicative skills, expressiveness, and social interaction, etc. Play puzzles and games. This means more fun and involvement when we say games or solving puzzles. Get some Scrabble games or word puzzles to solve and teach new words or new concepts to your students. They would surely enjoy and learn better by this experience, and teachers too can find this rewarding for their efforts. when the students are playing, they are making certain kind of puzzles and they are having certain kind of games. Really interesting, really makes the students more enjoyable, pleasurable, and a kind of new energy comes from other kind of games. So these all activity centered curriculum that provides the opportunity to the students as well as the teacher that the learning process become enjoyable and pleasurable. What skills do teachers need for activity centered curriculum? This is creativity, very essential. If the teacher is not creative, would never be able to produce innovative ideas, never be able to carry on the classroom, never be able to run the kind of activity centered lessons. So creativity is very and hallmark of this activity centered curriculum, because how to make the classroom more engaging by putting creative efforts by the teacher, that makes the activity centered lesson more perfect. Flexibility, the teacher should be flexible if the activity does not seem to be coming out as planned. So flexibility means sometimes it happens that the things are not going on the right way. So you must be flexible. How can I make it more valuable for the students? How can I put my efforts that the things become going smoothly? So this flexibility, creativity are essential for this activity centered curriculum. Observational skills, monitor the involvement of students, determine weak points and intervene appropriately, because teacher is working here, acting here as a motivator, as a guide, as a supervisor. Therefore, monitor the students learning process, what they are doing. Are they moving on the right path? Are there need to modify the learning process? Are there need any kind of efforts from my side? So these all questions the teachers should have, and he should try to observe the class and monitor the learning activities, and as the help is needed can provide to the students in order to make the learning more joyful, more pleasurable, and finally to make it more perfect. So collaborative spirit, work with fellow educators or industry experts to bring richer experiences to the students. Collaborative spirit, that is when we are working with the industry, how to collaborate with this. When I am working with MOUs, when I sign MOU, MOU is signed by the authorities, but the teacher act as a participant of this particular MOUs. What I have to do for this particular agreement, what kind of requirement is there when we are joining one system to another, and when we are trying to any kind of learning to the another kind of learning, when we are trying to join one member of group to the another member of the group. So these all kind of collaborative spirit a teacher should have, and a teacher should try how can we collaborate with someone. So these need social skills. So how can we proceed the work joining two hands in a good way or in an effective way. So work with fellow educators or industry experts to bring richer experiences to the students. Continuous learning, the only thing about activity based learning that changes with new types is the teacher's skills and know-how. So continuous learning means that the only thing about activity based learning that changes with new types is the teacher's skills and know-how. So it is a kind of lifelong learning that carry on continuously and continuously help the teacher's professional growth also, and also to the students to learn in a better way or in a proper way, so that the student can be perfect of that particular learning. So, we have learnt that what kind of requirement of activity curriculum has, what kind of platforms the activity curriculum provides to our students, what are the essential requirements for that, and a kind of new learning. How can we encourage the students going through this activity centered curriculum, the ways through which the student can be the master of that particular activity centered curriculum. So, these all points I do hope will help you to understand the relevance of this activity centered curriculum in schools and in higher education institutions also. In present scenario, when we are talking about the national education policy, it also says that it also says that the learning should be in that way that the sense organs are more involved instead of going through the verbal mode of instruction, because going through the activity there is a lot of experiences that a student receives. Modifying these experiences, at least he can do something new out of the box. So, these new innovation, these new experiences brings a lot of change in the mental and the thinking process of the students. So, I do hope that you have enjoyed this learning and you could be able to understand about the activity centered learner, and I do hope that you have learnt a lot from this lecture, that what is activity centered curriculum and how can we operate this activity centered curriculum in real situation. So, be happy and be healthy. Thank you very much.